Just like winemaking, farming is an art.
Everyone knows that a great bottle of wine starts in the vineyard. And when that vineyard is a Sangiacomo vineyard, the quality will be outstanding.
When you open a bottle of Sangiacomo wine, you're uncorking 90 years of farming, passion, love. Our family has been farming in Sonoma County for almost a century, and we've been farming wine grapes for the last 50 years. Our grandfather, Vittorio, came over to Sonoma in 1927.
We're primarily fruit growers, and over the course of the next couple decades, we started to focus on pears and became one of the largest pear growers in Sonoma County. And at that time, it was the infancy of the California wine market. So we started planting some wine grapes in 1969.
We're still here today through multiple generations, and we had launched our own family brand in 2016. Growing up in a farming business very early on, you're out in the vineyard, you're out in the orchards, learning the craft. We learned from our parents, uncles, aunts, and even from our grandparents that farming is all about what you put into it is what you get out.
When you work with multi-generational, there's so much institutional knowledge that the previous generation has that they can't give it to you in one video. It's something you learn by living and working with them from decade to decade.
Farming in your blood means there's passion, and it's something that you can't just inherit. It's something that it's ingrained in who you are, in your DNA.
Loving to get up and work with Mother Nature, and the earth and the soil, and to grow something. I think that's a challenge, and I think that's what's in your blood.
When we talk about the Sangiacomo style, I begin with what is style. Style is how we express ourselves. The first goal at Sangiacomo is to express the vineyards in every bottle of wine.
Whether it's a Civic Vineyard Designate or a Sonoma Coast bottling that's a blend of multiple vineyards, they all express the terroir and the character of our vineyards.
Bringing those components into the bottle is what makes Sangiacomo unique. We are telling the story of each vineyard in our own style.
Our wines are a great expression of our vineyards because they're authentic. Our winemaker James has selected rows in each block of each vineyard, and those rows express just what the vine has produced. He's not manipulating the wine in any way.
I think the wines show a great sense of place. And that sense of place, being very cool climate, shows characteristics of minerality, a little bit more salinity, leaner fruit that leans a little bit more towards the old world style, letting the site speak, letting the fruit speak. And so you've got a real kind of natural representation of site and place.
I think it's really important, and it's something that's lost, is how things grow.
In addition to our own wine, we grow and sell grapes to over 60 wineries in Sonoma County and Napa.
Even though we farm 1,600 acres through 14 different ranches, all the vineyards are farmed in 5-acre blocks or smaller. So each block is its own unique entity.
They each have their own farm plan, how we prune it, how we harvest it.
Sustainable farming isn't just important. We feel it's the only way to do it. Wherever you farm land, you have a responsibility to take care of that land and to pass it on to the next generation in as good, if not better condition than what you got it.
How we treat each other is how we treat the land. And that's, I think, what keeps us together and growing.
The Sangiacomos are farmers. They're humble people. They are hardworking people. They have a vision for the future of their family and their legacy and the land that they farm.
The legacy of this family is really rooted in the tradition. Sangiacomo Family Vineyards, now Sangiacomo Wines. It's important for these next generations to understand what that all looked like.
When I drink a glass of Sangiacomo wine, I definitely feel a sense of pride, and that my children and my niece and nephews in the future will be also taking this business and continuing it on.
Our logo on our Sangiacomo label represents a grape bud. It represents each generation of our family that have given their heart and soul to our family business.
While on the grape bud, there's only 4 leaves now. In the future, we hope to see 5th, 6th, and 7th leaves on that same shoot.
We hope our consumers enjoy the wine as much as we do growing and making.